Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Candace Cameron Bure has always been in the spotlight, whether it was growing up in front of millions of fans on Full House, leading countless family-friendly films, or being celebrated as one of the faces of Hallmark's holiday empire. Now, she's opening up about something that resonates with many people, both inside and outside of Hollywood: the pressure to consider cosmetic treatments like Botox. Candace recently admitted that she feels there's a constant pull toward keeping up appearances, not just for her career, but because of how society judges women as they age. Her words hit home because they shine a light on an ongoing struggle: how actresses, especially those with wholesome or family-friendly reputations, are expected to somehow stay frozen in time, reflecting the same image viewers grew up with. Candace is 48 now, and while she continues to shine in her projects, she acknowledges that she hears whispers of expectation. It's the idea that in order to keep landing roles and being seen as camera-ready, she must consider cosmetic procedures, even if that pressure doesn't align with her natural instincts. Candace explained that whenever she's on a set or scrolling through social media, she notices how many peers have already opted for subtle or dramatic enhancements. In Hollywood, it's almost normalized. But she's careful to point out that she hasn't committed to it herself in a major way. Instead, she's speaking honestly about that tug-of-war between embracing natural aging and feeling like she has to smooth every wrinkle just to stay competitive. This type of honesty is refreshing because it acknowledges a side of the industry many prefer to keep quiet about. When Candace uses the word pressure, it doesn't just mean external voices from casting directors or producers. It also reflects the silent comparisons we all make. Seeing other actors her age who seem to have stopped time, she naturally wonders if she's expected to follow suit. The fascinating part is how her comments resonate with ordinary people who aren't in Hollywood. Everyday women and men feel those same tugs, whether it's advertising campaigns, influencers, or even friends posting their latest beauty upgrades. But Candace has always been open about her faith and her desire to make choices that align with her values. That's why her comments carry so much weight. She doesn't outright reject Botox, but she also doesn't embrace it casually. She frames it as a decision that comes with both emotional and professional consequences. If she chooses to do it, will her fans accuse her of being fake or hypocritical? If she doesn't, will the critics say she's letting herself go? It's a no-win situation, and she bravely admits that tension. Her Hallmark image plays a big role in this story. Viewers see her as the eternal heroine in cozy Christmas romances, glowing with timeless cheer. But those roles themselves may unintentionally box her in. Audiences sometimes expect her to stay frozen as the cheerful young woman they first connected with years ago. When your career is built on nostalgia and family-friendly branding, any visible change feels more noticeable. That adds another layer to the burden. At the same time, Candace has fans who admire her precisely because she hasn't gone overboard with cosmetic changes. Many say they appreciate that she looks like a real person, not a sculpted image of perfection. This authenticity makes her relatable. But as Candace admits, that appreciation doesn't always silence the little voice inside her that wonders if she should give in to industry standards. There's also a generational conversation at play. Stars who came up in the 80s and 90s didn't face the same level of social media scrutiny that today's celebrities deal with. Every photo, every red carpet appearance, and every screenshot can be magnified and criticized instantly. Candace is acutely aware that the pressure now doesn't come only from casting rooms, it comes from millions of online observers. Every wrinkle becomes a trending comment. That's a heavy burden to carry, especially for someone who's built a brand on positivity and joy. When you look at her career, you can see why she feels the need to speak out. She's not only an actress, but also a producer, author, and entrepreneur. She's built a lifestyle empire around themes of faith, family, and authenticity. That image demands a certain consistency. If she suddenly transformed her appearance drastically, she risks alienating fans who trust her to embody the realness she's promoted for decades. Yet by staying natural, she also risks being overshadowed in a Hollywood culture that often rewards the most polished, youthful faces. Candace also highlighted how women in particular face this dilemma more than men. Male actors are often praised for their gray hair or distinguished wrinkles, while women are critiqued for the exact same traits. It's a double standard that makes the pressure even more intense. By admitting she feels that push toward Botox, Candace is exposing how unfairly the spotlight weighs on women as they age. What's especially compelling is how she frames this as not just a Hollywood issue, but a human one. She acknowledges that whether you're in front of a camera or just attending a family wedding, you might feel those same comparisons. You might ask yourself if your appearance measures up, or if people are quietly judging how you've aged. Her words remind us that this isn't just about Botox. It's about confidence, identity, and how much we let others' opinions dictate our choices. Candace has also been vocal about the importance of self-care and finding healthy ways to age gracefully. She often emphasizes exercise, nutrition, and faith as her foundations for feeling good. Botox, in her perspective, feels like a shortcut, one she doesn't condemn but doesn't want to rely on. Instead, she advocates for taking care of yourself from the inside out. That philosophy is part of what makes her a role model to many. Still, the fact that she admits to feeling tempted by Botox shows just how strong the cultural influence is. Even someone with her convictions, confidence, and grounded values feels the need to question herself. And that vulnerability is why fans are paying so much attention to her recent comments. They see themselves in her words. It also sparks a bigger question. What does aging gracefully actually mean? For some, it might mean embracing every wrinkle as a story of resilience. For others, it might mean using the tools available, like Botox or fillers, to feel more comfortable in their own skin. Candace seems to suggest that the definition should be personal, not dictated by an industry or by strangers online. She wants women to feel empowered to make their own choices, without being shamed either way. Her openness also challenges Hallmark and similar networks to rethink how they cast and present women. Instead of insisting on an unrealistic standard, perhaps it's time to embrace authentic portrayals of aging. Viewers don't need their heroines to be wrinkle-free. They need them to be believable. Candace's honesty might help push the conversation in that direction. Fans who follow her career know that she's not afraid of tough conversations. She's spoken openly about her beliefs, her boundaries, and her personal struggles. This Botox admission is just the latest example of her willingness to be real, even when it's uncomfortable. And that's part of why her fanbase remains loyal, because she doesn't pretend to have it all figured out. As the conversation around Botox continues, it's clear that Candace's perspective has opened up more than just gossip. It's raised questions about aging, authenticity, and the impossible standards women face. Her words give permission for others to admit they feel the same way, and that might be her greatest impact, not whether she eventually gets Botox, but whether she helps others feel less alone in their choices. At the heart of it all, Candace Cameron Bure is reminding us that beauty is not about being frozen in time. It's about finding peace in your own reflection, whether that includes Botox or not. She's still the same actress who made audiences smile in Full House, who warmed hearts with Hallmark holiday magic, and who continues to stand firm in her values. But she's also a woman navigating the same pressures we all do, just with millions of eyes watching. And in sharing that reality, she's turned a private dilemma into a powerful public conversation. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.